I was gonna talk about saving that kid. And I was gonna talk about, Bart. But I can go into a little more detail, I think. But first, thanks everybody for coming. Oh my gosh, you're the greatest, you know. If it wasn't for everybody in this room, I'd have never had the career that I had. And I guess to start things off, not get any farther into what I want to talk about, how about a big yeah? I'm all right. I'm doing great. You know, that's an awesome feeling, you know, to make that decision and not look back. You know, everybody that's in here that's been retired for some time says no regrets.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Chuck agrees with that. Okay. Well, the girls were introduced. Mindy and Jamie's here. Most of my grandkids except for two. Janet, she's holding Kendra. She's the youngest. And
How many grandkids?
14 grandkids. Yep. We moved from Love Park down to Arnold in 1993, and something was wrong with the water down there. I lived in Love Park from 1983 to 1993. I was single for 5 years, and then Jan and I married in 1988. I don't know how, Mindy was what, 9 then? Dawn was 7 and Jamie was 5, I think.
5.
Yeah. And they had the best time living in Love Park for those 5 years. I don't know who, Rich Meyer, a lot of guys in here and gals remember Rich Meyer. He treated him like his own. He'd take him to the bus stop if I had some place to go or what have you, and pick him up in the rain, you know. It was a great place to raise your kids, you know. And, but I wanna, everybody's probably has a drink or not, soda or water, but I wanna raise a toast to everybody in here. To St. Louis County Parks, for what you all mean to me and what you mean to the department. Yeah. You're here. Yeah. Woo! I don't know any other job. I made one application in Clayton, and here I am. You know? I don't know what it is to apply for another job somewhere.
Won't be hard.
It's bittersweet, you know, what I'm going through right now. The emotions are all up and down the scale, whatever you want to say. As a young man, all of us old timers, we built this department, 1970s, 1980s. Were we on the 3rd time of building it now? Something like that? 3rd time around?
Now we're fixing it.
Huh?
Now we're fixing it.
Now we're fixing it.
All those mistakes you made.
That wasn't him. He's gone. You're right, though, Tim. You know, I tried to set the example for everybody that worked for me. I always tried to set the example. I'm asking everyone here that, you know, especially the young crowd, be good stewards of your property, you know. The supervisors know that. Keep yourself informed of your profession. Don't give up, you know. There's a lot of jobs where you're sitting behind the desk all the time, or you're inside all day long. Being outside, sorry about that. People outside, you know. But it's been a great career. Be a good teacher. I've always told Jim, we got to get these young people in here and start teaching. And that's how I learned. I didn't know the smart end of a hammer when I started working here. You know. So, I mean, I appreciate everybody for coming today. I guess the story, not the one about saving the kid, but the one that really hit home with me was when that lawyer had Bart. And when I went to that lawyer's apartment and wanted my dog back, it was like, don't shove the door in my face, you know. That was in 1990, and Mr. McClellan wrote the order. He did an update about me, and Bart was a cross between a Cocker Spaniel and a Labrador Retriever. Well, he got loose and he disappeared. We put up signs, and finally, we noticed a sign, and we called this Mrs. Lazinski, and when Janet talked to her, you know, yeah, you can have your dog back, but it ended up somehow the lawyer went and got the dog, I don't know. But it says in the article, he called me a woodcutter. Sorry, Jason. For whatever reason, I was a woodcutter. You know? The lawyer demanded $93 when Janet called him, you know, and I wasn't going to give him anything. I wanted my dog back. And he said, how much had I spent on a dog? And Bromeyer said he didn't have $93. He and his wife went to the lawyer's condo and tried to plead their case. This is our children's dog, they said. Does that mean anything to you? Now we're standing here talking to the lawyer, right? And the lawyer, who had no children, said it did not. He had spent $93 on the dog, and furthermore, he liked the dog. He said to us, I suggest you get a new dog. I'm keeping this one, the lawyer said. At least that's what the Bromeyers said, he said. Well, then they notified the county police department. An officer visited us at Love Park and promised that he'd try to get the girl's dog back. You can't write this stuff up. It really happened. Well, the next morning, the woodcutter, that was me.
Not you, Jason.
Janet called Bill McClellan. And he called Mrs. Lewinsky, who put up the original flyer. She confirmed it and added that she was very upset with the lawyer. He said, I then called the lawyer, this is Bill McClellan talking, called the lawyer at the Clayton Law Office where he worked. When I asked him about the dog, this was good. When I asked him about the dog, at this point in time, I don't have any comments, he said. Doesn't it bother you that the dog belonged to 3 little girls, I asked? This isn't about the girls, the lawyer said. It's about the dog that didn't have any tags. The lawyer said. Read the paper this weekend, I suggested. The story will be about little girls, their dog, and Christmas. Well, there was a long silence. I suggest you talk to the Bromeyer tonight before you write anything, the lawyer said. That night, the lawyer called me and offered to return their dog. They went to his condo, picked up their dog. The lawyer asked wistfully, it seemed to be the Bromeyers, if they would reimburse him the $93 he claimed to have spent. I said, no. That's not wrote down. Let's call McClellan then, I said. You don't want to write about this if you don't want him to write about this. Well, and he gave the family their dog back. The next morning, he sent a letter to me via the cab, Bill. In the letter, he claimed it was all misunderstanding. Blah, blah, blah. After all, you called me. I talked with the Bromeyers again because they apparently changed their minds and decided they did not want the dog after all, he wrote. If I still intended to write a Christmas story, he suggested, at least I have a happy one. He also added advice, warn people to take care of their pets. It wasn't my fault the dog ran away. Well, at the end, he said to this guy, we still to this day don't know the lawyer's name, but he says that Santa once told me, you're only as nice as you are when you think nobody's looking. Boy, ain't that the truth. So, thank you. That's all I got. And let's tell some stories.